What's happening, everyone? Welcome back to another video. This time we're going to be putting the 2 litre TSI engine back together. It's a bit dingy in here at the minute, isn't it? All the lights that are fitted are like failing left, right and centre. Check them out, nearly all of the tubes have got some failing. And I mean, look over there, see that? It's like there's a rave going on over there. I like to mess around a little bit, but let's get serious. Today we're going to be putting together this 2 litre TSI engine. As you can see, I've already gapped the rings. So I've went for 0.3 on top ring, 0.4 on the bottom ring, and obviously oil scraper rings you just leave as they are. And they're all assembled onto the rods now, so they're good to go. And I've also put the balance shafts into the block front and rear just to get them out the way as well. Oh, and I'm struggling for camera positions at the minute. I knocked the tripod down at the unit the other day, so I'm just going to have to be like handheld, or I'm going to have to just put it on something. So sorry if the positions aren't great today. Sorry if the lighting's not great. It's all just falling apart, but this engine will go together. It really will. Just watch. Now obviously on previous videos I've checked the main bearing oil clearance, so I don't have to check that, which is why I went straight for assembly lube. Got the crankshaft in, it's tightened down to 65 Newton meters, so now I can go the full 90 degrees, get them fully torqued in, stretch bolt the lot, and then we can check the end flow. End float, we're going from 0 to 0.13. 0.13. So end float really good at 0.13. Spec is 0.07 to 0.23 with a wear limit of 0.3. So it'll be sat right in the middle of that sort of, 0.07 to 0.23. Spot on. It's pretty much what you always see, to be honest. That 0.13, 0.14, 0.15. It's just always there. 18T. If you've got a good crank. And FSI, TSI, if you've got a good crank and your good thrusts, brand new thrusts, you tend to get in that middle. That's where I always see it anyway. So yeah, crankshaft done. I'll just mark these bolts because they're now fully torqued up, and then we'll move on to the pistons and rods. One thing I haven't done is double checked with plastic gauge the big end clearance, so we'll quickly do that now. Funky plastic gauge on number 1, and we're sitting at about 1.5 thou. Yeah, about 1.5 thou on that, so that's pretty cool. I like that. That'll do me nicely. Get this back on now. I've just made the same mistake that all crap YouTubers make, and that is I didn't realise that the camera had actually stopped recording there, so I've actually got number 1 in now. And I've even got number 2 piston and rod in. I was talking away to the camera and I didn't realise it was off. So I think we'll just pick this up now. Number 1 was mint with the plastic gauge, so number 2, they'll all be mint, I can pretty much guarantee because I measured it. But yeah, on to number 2 now, where I'll show you a little bit more. That's a plastic gauge on a shell now, so I'll get the bearing cap on and we'll see what it's like. Sweet. There we go, there's our plastic gauge. Can you see that? Exactly 0.038. So 0.038 translates to 1.5 thou. And number 1 was actually just a tiny bit smaller, so I've put that down as 0.04. So, you know, about 0.04 on the big ends is pretty good. Like, it's where I want to be, in all honesty, for a standard engine. Looking good. The bottom end's together now. Number 1 at top dead centre on the TSI engine. This flat part here, that should be pointing up, so I've just marked it, as you can see. And I'll back the number 1 piston off now to get it about halfway up the cylinder, because I'm going to jump straight ahead and I'm going to fit the head. For head bolts, we're using standard L-ring ones. Right, time to time, the engine, time to time, whatever. Time to put the timing chain on the engine. Now, some people don't like doing timing chains or timing belts, and I quite like it, to be honest. I think you get into the nitty gritty. I don't try and shy away from anything, so yeah, let's get this timing chain on. Time to time the engine. Time. Let's time it. Now I've left the sump off here just in case I drop anything down. I've got the oil pump with the oil pump chain, and I've also got the balance shafts ready. So let's get this round to top dead centre with the pulley, and we'll get all this timing set up on. Everything's installed now, so we'll just double check the timer marks. Let's go for the balance shaft. So up here, that's bob on, as is the mark here, as is the mark here. So that's the balance shafts completely sorted. Now the timing chain, if you just look down there, that one's cock on the crankshaft, as is the mark that I made previously. And then the exhaust cam and inlet cam. To check the timing, you have to measure between this point here and the timing mark of the inlet cam, and it has to be within 61 and 64, and we're about 63.8, so that's fine. And then exhaust to inlet 123 to 124, 123.4, spot on. So that's the timing set up now, so I'll now do a couple of revolutions just to make sure it's fine. That's the revolutions done, and I have my crankshaft at top dead centre. Also the cams, which I've just measured again, and they are within the range of, you know, like the 61 to 64 and the 121 to 124. So all my timing is absolutely spot on. So I can now get these covers on, and then I'll be not that far off getting this engine together, to be fair. Like. So that's the engine all timed up, all back together, the lot. Stuff like the water pump, PCV, all that type of stuff, that's all on now. So all I need to do now is just click my fingers in a YouTube fashion and it'll end up in the engine bay. Simple as that.